Hey, so it's kind of dreary out today, so my lighting is a little bit crap. But today I'm going to talk to you, as you can tell by the title, that I'm going to talk to you about a book, and it's called Go Ask Alice, and it's actually by an anonymous person, which is really cool, and it's a true story. It's like a diary. If you're not into getting completely invested and emotionally attached to a book, this book is not for you. It's really, really good, and it's about, okay, so it's about a girl who got laced with LSD at a party, and they were playing a game and stuff, and she then became addicted to it. Not addicted to the LSD, but just addicted to the feeling kind of thing. Because I'm not really that good with drugs and stuff. I don't really know if you can get like addicted to LSD. I'm really stupid, sorry, but like this basically is about a girl whose life goes completely downhill. She starts doing drugs, she starts having sex, she just completely she has had good grades, she had a few groups of friends, but then she lost it all, and it's like a really, really awesome book, and I really suggest you read it. And it's kind of, I don't know if it's hard to find because I know another kid in one of my classes has it, but I read this like 2 times before this third time reading it, and I haven't finished it. This third time reading it, I'm on page 136 right now, and there's 212 pages, so I have a ways to go. But it's a really good book, and I read it whenever, I think you need to be a little bit older to read it, maybe like 15 up, because it's a very harsh book, and it'll get you really upset really quickly. A lot of the things that she says, if you have a past with drugs and that it took your life away too, and you had to like kind of restart, you might not want to read this book. It might bring back some memories because it's really emotional, to be honest. And so yeah, I think you should read it because unless you have like a past with this kind of stuff, I think you should read it because it gives you an insight on why not to do drugs and stuff. But then again, it makes you kind of want to do drugs at some points because she explains it of how she explains it to be very beautiful and stuff. But she also explains it to be very harsh. So it's kind of like a whatever you want to believe type of thing. But I don't know how much this was. It says US it was $10. So, but I don't know. My brother got this from, you can probably find it at a used bookstore. It's pretty old. It's not pretty old, but I don't know. Let me go check. Copyright 1971. So yeah, it is old. But my brother had it passed down to him through high school. A lot of people were passing it around the school, and he didn't pass it on to anybody else. He kept it. I don't know if this was a thing with books, if they just kind of did this in high school, because that's kind of cool. But they passed this around, and he just kind of kept it in school. And he said for me to read it whenever I got older. Of course, whenever he said get older, I assumed, like, oh, I'm 10, I'm old enough to read about drugs and sex. I didn't know what it was, actually. And I read it, and it kind of made me a little bit messed up. But, because then I started doing bad things. Not like drugs or anything, but, like, I just started being really rebellious, and, like, it was not a good time to be reading it. And, then I read it at the beginning of my like 6th grade or something, and that's whenever it got really bad because I started reading it again. That's whenever it got really bad because that's whenever like I started developing some mental problems, and this book just kind of made it worse. But now that I still do have like mental problems, but now that I'm getting off the medication and I'm like it's not gonna. I don't know if I've ever talked to you guys about medication, but like I think I have actually, but I don't know if I posted it. But I'm getting off some of the medication, hopefully all of the medication at some point, because I don't think I necessarily need it. But, and I'm not going to stop going to therapy yet, because I love my therapy. But, yeah, this book is kind of helping me through that though. Now that I understand it, and that now that I can not relate to it, because nothing nearly as bad has ever happened to me. But now that I can relate to some of her feelings, because she has a lot of feelings in this book, and it's just really good. So yeah, go ask Alice. Really good book. Another book I really want to get is Crank. It's a book that was in the back of this book, obviously, and it says if you like Go Ask Alice, then you would like this book, and I want that book for Christmas. So yeah, so read this book. Speaking of Christmas, look at that tree, cute. Also, look, I got the Alistair painting over there from the Alistair painting. That's just great. So yeah, well, it's a print, not a painting. But anyway, so yeah, read this book.